today I'm meeting with Emily Jones, and the reason we're doing this video today is because I wanted to have her talk about her journey and her story of weight loss and becoming fit and getting into a new lifestyle, because I know what people really are looking for is long-term fitness and long-term health and a lifestyle that they can get into. And Emily has done that. I've seen her do that over the last 14 months or so. And so I'd like her to tell her story. And so I was just going to start by asking you, you had come to me for help because you had wanted to lose weight. Mm-hmm. And do you want to talk about what your life was like before and the kind of habits that you were in before?
Yeah. So basically I was about 200 pounds. And I would do exercise, but I wouldn't do exercise to the point where it was enough or consistent, or it was helping me change my body for a healthier lifestyle. And eating alongside with that, I would eat healthy food, but just because I had a fruit or vegetable with one meal doesn't mean I'm gonna lose weight from it. That was my problem, was not eating all healthy. I was eating junk food and then one fruit and considering that healthy. So basically,
so before you started, you considered your diet healthy?
Yeah, not healthy, but I would be I had Greek yogurt today, that's considered healthy, but then coming to boot camp, no, Greek yogurt's not healthy, it has sugar and the dairy in it, it's not good for you. So basically that.
So you learned more about what was healthy?
Yeah.
And then what other habits did you have before that were different than now?
Probably portion control, I'll go back for a second plate, fill it still, now you learn to divide, have your vegetables, big amount, your fruits, probably a little smaller amount, and then whatever else, rice or something, portion it, don't just eat, you know?
Okay, so it was a portion thing.
Yeah.
Okay, and how would you describe how you were eating before in general?
A lot of processed foods, probably a lot of fried foods, and oily, greasy, yucky,
You think it's yucky now?
Yeah.
But you didn't think it was yucky before?
No, but mostly processed, probably.
Mostly processed food, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So when you started, did you think it was going to be the exercise that made you lose weight, or did you know you needed to change your eating too?
I knew I needed to change. I wasn't sure what to expect when I came here. I just kind of came in, fell in the program, and just went with what you told me. So I knew obviously what I was doing wasn't working and I needed to switch. So
you were open. You were open. You didn't really have a set idea of what you were going to do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's good. And how did it feel starting making those changes, going from what you said, you labeled it yourself greasy,
mm-hmm.
processed food,
yeah,
to healthier? How did that feel? What was the transition like?
You just feel better, you look better, your skin kind of glows a bit. You don't feel gross on the inside, you feel you could get up and run or whatever, you're not tired all the time, or you have more energy to do stuff.
Well, some people probably feel it's really challenging,
yeah,
to change. So did you ever feel deprived, or did you ever feel you missed those foods and had a hard time changing?
Yeah, I did miss it, but there's other stuff you can make up for it. For me, if I crave sugar, I'll just eat a banana or something, or eat an apple, or if you I don't know, you can always make it work with whatever you want. There's always a different option that will do for it, that you can substitute for it, instead of having to set yourself back another step in eating the not so good option. So
great. So you've really been able to satisfy your cravings with substitutes.
Yeah.
And tell us about the cooking part of it and the preparing part of it, because I know that you and your mom joined together, and you both went to the grocery store together,
Mhm.
and you cooked together. So why don't you talk about that process, because that's intimidating to some people.
Cooking, it may take a long time, but it's always worth it because usually it's coming out in a big batch, so you're able to divide it into a meal for each day of the week. And usually if you just find some recipes you like, you're able to kind of put those in a routine and make them every week, and then it doesn't become a hassle that much anymore since you know the recipe and you know what foods you need. So it's just kind of like, it's basically routine. Like once you fall into it, you just go and it works.
And then it just becomes easy.
Yeah.
It seems like second nature
Mm-hmm.
to have a new routine.
So it's like hard at first, but then you get used to it and it's just.
So how about the grocery shopping part of it? Some people don't know what to buy at the grocery store, don't know where to start. So how did you decide what to buy, and how did you start that process?
Well, I usually prefer to shop at Roots, get organic vegetables, fruits. They have a lot of vegetables that I know you're like in the store, so I always see them and I'm like, okay, Stephanie approved this, I can buy it.
Oh, right.
Or like the grocery store tours help, but you can usually ask someone in there of like, if you're not sure, they usually have some people who have some knowledge of like what is not so good, and like they can tell you like, oh, this ingredient is this, it's not bad, or they can say this ingredient is this, you shouldn't buy this, it's not good for you. Like,
Okay.
I don't know.
I'm surprised that they would tell you that at the store. Okay.
Like, basically you just go in there and buy mostly natural, like all natural foods. It's not hard to find all natural because it's just.
And the good thing is like with our cell phones now, you can actually go on the internet and look up ingredients when you're at the store.
Mm-hmm.
You can look to see if it's if you don't recognize the name, it's probably not good, right?
Yeah.
So why don't you tell us some of your favorite recipes that you make?
I really like coconut aminos just in general. I like put it on my rice with my vegetables. Like I'll have steamed vegetables over brown rice and I'll put some on there. Or kelp noodles is like